your first Dungeons & Dragons game should be about legendary adventures, not epic fumbles. But let's be real, jumping in is a lot. You're starting at a mountain of rules, trying to figure out what kind of character to play, and secretly worrying that you're going to slow the whole game down for everyone else. So, let's talk about the biggest mechanical and social mistakes new players make, and more importantly, how to sidestep them entirely. Will get you feeling less like a liability and more like the hero your party needs, right from session 1. Look, the point here isn't to memorize the player's handbook cover to cover. It's about getting you confident enough to sit down at the table, roll some dice, and just have a fantastic time. I'm going to walk you through 4 common traps I see new players fall into and give you a super simple, actionable fix for each one. Stick around and you won't just be a better player, you'll be the kind of teammate everyone wants at their table. Alright, first up, a true classic. The combat freeze-up. It's your turn, the Dungeon Master looks at you and asks, "What do you do?" And your mind is a total blank. Suddenly, you're scrambling through your character sheet, trying to remember what the spell does or how your attack even works. The game grinds to a halt and you can feel the energy drain from the room. This doesn't make you a bad player, it just means you're juggling a lot of new info. The fix? A tiny bit of prep. Just think one turn ahead, before the spotlight hits you. Have a general idea of what you'll do. Maybe it's a specific spell, maybe it's just swinging your axe. Use spell cards or an app to have description ready so you're not reading a spell for the first time on your turn. It's not about being a tactical genius, it's about respecting everyone's time. It's a small thing that makes a huge difference. Mistake number 2 happens before you even touch a die. Building a character in total isolation. You spent a week writing a 10-page backstory for a brooding lone wolf assassin who trusts no one because his parents were betrayed. It sounds incredible in your head, right? But then you get to the table and your character has zero reason to join a goofy band of adventurers on a quest. D&D is a cooperative storytelling game. A character who is actively antisocial is a narrative brick wall. Instead of showing up to a session 0 with a finished novel, bring 2 or 3 cool concepts. Maybe you want to play a disgraced knight seeking redemption, or a wizard's apprentice who accidentally blew up their master's tower. By building the final details with your group, you can weave your character's story into the party and the campaign from day one. This one is subtle, especially if you come from video games. It's the mindset that D&D is a game to be won. This can show up as trying to hoard all the best magical items, treating every NPC like a walking quest dispenser, or viewing your party members as disposable allies. The backstabbing rogue who steals from the party is the most infamous example of this. While D&D has rules, it's a shared story, not a competition. The fix is to shift your goal from winning to contributing. Ask yourself, how can my character make this story cooler? Instead of, how can I get the most powerful stuff? Use your abilities to support your teammates. Engage with the world with genuine curiosity. Celebrate your friends' epic moments as much as your own. When you start playing with your group instead of just next to them, the entire experience becomes more rewarding for everyone. And speaking of making things better, if you're finding this advice helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm all about helping you have more fun at the gaming table. And that leads us to the biggest, most important mistake of all, forgetting that the whole point is for everyone at the table to have fun together. This is the root of so many other problems. Is the player who argues with the DM over every single rule. Is the person who hogs the spotlight and never lets others have their moment. Is that nagging feeling that you have to be a perfect role player or you're playing it wrong if your character messes up. The truth is, there's no single right way to play D&D. The rules are a framework, not a straitjacket. Your character's flaws are often more interesting than their strengths. And the best moments in a campaign often come from spectacular failures, not flawless victories. The solution is to communicate and prioritize the group's enjoyment. Talk to your fellow players. Ask your DM for help if you're feeling overwhelmed, and above all, remember that you are all there to build a cool story and make some great memories. Alright, let's boil it down. Know what your character does to keep the game moving. Build your hero with your party. Play for the story instead of for the loot, and never lose sight of the fact that you're all there to have a great time. If you can avoid these common pitfalls, you're well on your way to a legendary first campaign. Now, I want to hear from you, from the veterans out there. What's the best advice you've got as a new player? And from the newcomers, what are you most excited about from your first game? Let me know down in the comments.